happened to your balls? I heard your girls got you climbing the walls. Man, your life is a mess. You used to wear the pants, now you're wearing a dress. You feel like enough is enough, and you're tired of wearing the handcuffs. Cause you no longer run your own house. You wanna be a man again, come and join Mouse. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mouse, Men Organizing Unity to Save Earth.
Yes.
Man, I got some stuff to talk about.
What you got to talk about today?
I'm going to tell you in a minute, but first I got to say this.
Okay.
The opinions expressed today by me and my brother are strictly our opinions. They're not the opinions of our friends, co-workers, family members, or employers. By the way, I'm King Ricky.
And I'm Barry.
And today I want to talk about something, man,
What?
that a lot of people probably can relate to. Do you ever do something and you go, God, I get on my nerves?
I think everybody does that.
Yeah, but that's what today's subject is about.
Okay.
Things that get on my nerves.
Oh, man. I can think of a gang of things that get on my
Yeah, me
nerves.
too. We can go on forever.
Yes, we can.
But I'm going to start this off by letting you know what gets on my nerves. Have anybody ever came up to you and say, hey, that's a little joke. Do you know what Ford means?
No, actually, I don't remember anybody
You ever heard
coming.
that one?
I haven't heard it.
Fix or repair daily. Yes, I know.
Why didn't?
I've heard it. You're not the first person to ask me that question. And when people do that, it gets on my nerves.
Where did that start?
I don't know, man.
Fix or repair daily?
I'm surprised you haven't heard it.
No, it doesn't sound familiar to me.
Okay, well, what gets on your nerves?
Well, I can tell you one thing, man. To me, I just don't like when you're sick and everybody is a doctor.
What do you mean?
Well, everybody has the right prescription to get you better. You're an adult. You've been on this earth for a decent amount of time. You paid your dues.
Okay.
You've been sick many times before you knew who this person was, ever existed. But they feel that when you go to work and you have a cough, they have the right symptoms and the right medicine to give you.
They got the remedy.
They got the remedy.
They can heal you.
Yeah. That
Almost
gets on
like
my
church.
nerves.
Heal.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Okay.
Some people need to be healed from church.
Yeah.
You want to get into that?
You want to know something that gets on my nerves?
What?
Why? But see, you don't live with nobody, so you may not be able to relate to this right here.
Okay.
Do people leave one swallow of orange juice?
Wait, I do that to myself though.
Exactly. You can though. At least you know who drank the orange juice before you. But I hate that. I'll be like, man, I got a taste for some orange juice.
Yeah.
I fix me some breakfast. I got me some bacon and eggs and grits going on. You know what I'm saying? I go in the refrigerator like, this is just going to be so good. And I go and look at this one swallow.
Oh, man.
Why?
Wow.
Why did you leave that last swallow?
Man, I know that's crazy, dude. It's like I'll leave a little something in there for the next person, but it ain't even enough to quench their thirst because it's just like a teaspoonful of drink.
Exactly. Like it's really going to do you some good.
Man.
I never thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to drink all this except for one swallow.
Yeah. Man, I don't know.
That
I
gets
kind of
on
have a feeling I know one of the person who might do that, though.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That gets on my nerves.
I can tell you one thing that get on my nerves. Another thing that gets on my nerves. Someone who's out of shape, who's never been in shape, who's always giving you advice on how to lose weight. Dude, you would be surprised. There's this dude at my job. Like me and him have something in common because he likes playing golf. I'm not a good golfer, but I can hit the ball off the ground, right?
Yeah.
And, I was telling him that I try to do a lot of cardio because I'm trying to stay a certain weight.
Yeah.
And he always tells me what I need to do in order to lose weight. And he happens to be overweight. But he always tells me what to eat, what not to eat, what to lift, what not to lift in order to lose weight.
You know what this means?
What?
You're in trouble when you get back to work.
Oh, man, dude. Yeah, because he's going to see this, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, well. At least, this did it. I couldn't tell it to him at work because it'll probably, all these dang policies we got at work, man.
Yeah.
You sign off and read all this stuff, and, you can't say certain things to people, so this is probably the way I can tell him.
Well, at least you know what gets on your nerves.
Yeah, he does know.
I'm going to tell you what gets on my nerves.
What else?
Don't you hate when you go to the grocery store and you're standing in line, all of a sudden, somebody don't know how to use the ATM machine.
Oh, well, I work in the grocery store.
That gets on my nerves. It's like, listen, if you don't know your code, write it down.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to use the card, ask somebody.
Yeah.
Before you get to the store.
Yeah.
Because I got stuff to do.
And it's no secret right now, man, because some places, not like grocery stores, but some places they'll have to make sure you have your cash out by the time you get to the cashier or the teller, right?
Yeah.
And now, you know, all these ATM cards, they have like chips in them.
Yeah.
So you really don't even need to know your code if you're paying with a card. You know, hopefully you will have your card out before the order is actually tendered, you know, but you don't even need a code anymore. You could just hit that little chip reader and bam, it's gone.
Yeah, I know. That gets on my nerves, man.
Yeah.
What else get on your nerves?
Oh, man, I can tell you, dude. You know, I mean, everybody drive, right?
Yep.
What I don't like is when you come to an intersection.
Okay.
Like, it could be like a 4-lane or 4, like, you know, 4 cars, 4 different directions,
Yes.
right? Or cars, right? And in California, you know, the car to the right always has the right of way. Why is the car to the left always trying to speed through the intersection before the car to the right? Because the car to the right has the right of way.
I don't get it.
It's crazy. And sometimes in the cars to the left, and then, you know, people just in a hurry for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But no one wants to abide by the law.
We got a lot of
gets on my
people
nerves.
that don't know how to drive, though.
Yeah.
In California, I can tell you that right now, because I got one that gets on my nerves when it comes to driving.
What?
Don't you hate when you're driving down the street, you see a person in the driveway, and for some reason or another, they got to cut in front of you. Oh! Oh! Now, there's no cars in back of you coming at all, but nobody sees beyond what's in front of them.
Nope.
It's like if you just waited 10 more seconds, you could have went.
Yep.
But you're trying to cause an accident because you're in such a rush. 10 more seconds was just going to kill you.
Yeah.
That gets on my nerves, man.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
I can't stand it. Mine is kind of similar to yours. Do I have another one that gets on my nerves?
Go ahead.
It's crazy, man, when you're merging onto the freeway
Okay.
and for when the lane that you have to merge to is normally the slow lane, right?
Yes.
But when you're trying to merge onto the freeway and a car is coming in that slow lane, they speed up so you don't get in front of them. And you're going to wind up getting in front of them anyway, because you're going to wind up merging over 2 more lanes to get to the faster lane, and they're still in the slow lane, and you're going to pass them up.
Yes.
But they speed up so you don't get in front of them.
Yeah,
That gets on my nerves when I'm merging
I know
on the
what you
freeway.
mean. I got a buddy who hates when people drive in the fast lane and they're going slow.
Yeah.
I'm sure that gets on his nerves.
Oh, yeah.
Man, this driving stuff, let me tell you, but I got another grocery store one.
Okay.
Why, when the line says 15 items or less, somebody got to come with about 45, 50 items?
Yeah,
Like, that is so rude, man.
it is.
It's rude. It's disrespectful. Like, you're not special.
No.
When you see 15 items or less, if you don't know how to count, ask somebody how much stuff do I got in my basket.
Yeah.
Because you got people that go to the store, they just want to grab stuff and get out, and that's it. They don't want to be in the store all day long, and this line is designed for people who wants to come in the store and get out.
Yeah.
So if you think that it's okay for you to get in line with a whole bunch of items and just waste everybody else's time, you're rude.
Yeah. And then they don't care. They only care about
I know.
themselves.
They ought to start a policy in the stores like they used to back in the day. You can't get in this line, and I'm not ringing you up. I don't care if you come back to the store or not. You take your butt to another line.
Yeah. That's what you would think.
That
it
would
would
stop
be
that
It would stop it.
because it gets on my nerves.
You know what's a trip though? Like, you know, having experience working in retail, what we say on our side for people who are always in a hurry coming inside the store
What's that?
is you go to Disneyland, you go to Knott's Berry Farm, and you go to Magic Mountain, you waiting 2 hours in lines. Right?
Yeah.
But once you go to the grocery store, you want to get out as fast as possible. Look, I understand the 15 items or less thing
Yes.
still will get on customers' nerves. And look, I'm not trying to discredit that at all.
Okay.
But it's interesting how people can go to amusement parks and wait 2 hours for a ride that they're going to experience for 3 minutes. But they can't wait in the grocery store line for an extra.
Well, that's because they're having fun, though, man.
Oh,
You know. But I'm going to tell you something that gets on my nerves, too.
what?
I'm not a big buffet person, right?
Uh-huh.
But I do have one, maybe 2 at the most, that I do like to go to. Why do people have to stack their plates like ridiculously high?
Yeah. No.
It's a buffet.
Yeah.
You could go back. I saw this lady one day, she stacked about 3 plates. And her husband sitting there like he's somebody special. I'm like, man, get your butt up and go get your own plate, man.
Did she finish the plates?
Well, she took him to her husband.
Whoa.
Yeah, like he was some kind of king like me or something. I'm like, what's wrong with this guy, man?
Wow. Did he finish them?
I didn't look. I was too mad, man. Because I was like, you know what? You took all the crab legs. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And I didn't like her. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I went to the buffet for, to give me some crab legs, man. And by the time I got there, there was none left. And I had to wait 10 more minutes till they boiled some more. You know what I'm saying? So I was hot. You know what I'm saying? So you greedy suckers out there, go back for seconds and thirds and don't try to grab everything in one shot, okay? Because it gets on my nerves.
Yeah. I'm not a buffet person either, because I always wind up just eating one plate and go. So I don't really even deal with buffets. But I would be mad if I saw someone at a buffet and they decide to get everything in one sitting, and then knowing the fact that it's a buffet and it's all you can eat.
But do you eat crab legs?
No.
Oh, see, that's why you only a one plate person.
Okay.
If you love crab legs like me, you gonna go back 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Because they're that good.
They are.
But what else gets on your nerves?
Okay, I can tell you another thing that get on my nerves. When people feel like they're doing you a favor, but they're not actually doing you a favor.
What do you mean?
Like, say for instance, you could be maybe at the checkout counter, or you could be going into 7-Eleven or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And you're going up to the person behind the counter and you give them some money to pay for your groceries or whatever you getting. And then they'll be like, you know what? I'll just give you this bag because, so you don't have to just carry it out on your own. Well, I didn't ask for the bag. I don't need you to give me a bag. If I needed a bag, I would have asked for a bag.
Yeah.
So don't act like you doing me a favor to win points, because you're not. If I wanted a bag, I would have asked for one, but I didn't ask for one.
That's simple.
Don't offer it to me.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's kind of like sometimes, how sometimes we have our Latino friends in the street.
Yeah.
They'll sell socks or they'll sell belts.
Yep.
And then they'll be like, $10.99 or $10. And you're like, nah, man. They be like, oh, for you, $8. You ain't doing me no favor, man. You got you ain't doing me no favor, man. Like, you doing me a favor.
He gave it to you for $8 though, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
We know the deal.
That gets on my nerves, man.
I hear you. I'm gonna tell you one that really, really gets on my nerves.
What?
When people take dogs into the store and they're not even service animals. This is becoming a bad trend.
Yes.
And this is why we're men organized in unity trying to save Earth.
Yes.
Because guess what? That's your dog. I don't have to like your dog.
Nope.
We don't live in your world. The world is made for everybody. And so what if you was one of those people that took your dog to the store, right? Your dog's butt was sitting in the cart. And my food is going into that same cart. I don't want your dog's butt in my cart.
Nope.
I don't want your dog's fleas in my cart.
No.
I don't want your dog's ticks in my cart. I'm just to a preacher. Hey, you know what I'm
you are. You need an audience.
You better stop me, man. I'm going to go off right
Okay.
now. You better stop me. Well, no, man, I hate when people do that.
Yeah.
Because everybody's not a dog lover. I'm not saying I hate dogs, but what do you have to get at the store that you can't leave your dog home for an hour?
Yeah.
For? You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
The dog ain't going to be like, hey, can you grab me some kibbles and bits or something? You know what I'm saying? They can't grocery shop. I don't know if you realize that.
No. Yeah.
It's not your child. It's a dog. There's a difference.
There was a time I remember where I live right now, when I first moved in there years ago, you can have cats, but dogs you couldn't have, right? Now, something had happened with people having animals for medical reasons.
Okay.
And now the building used to have a few cats, no dogs.
Yeah.
Everybody became a dog lover. When did everybody become a dog lover?
I want to know that too.
Like, I don't remember, like, growing up, there was a such thing as a dog house. Dogs were kept outside, in the dog house, or maybe they were let in periodically.
Yes.
But now everybody's attached to some kind of a pet.
What did I say about people being followers?
Yeah.
Before. People are followers. And everybody wants to do what everybody else is doing. So if everybody think this is the cool thing to do to have a dog, then they want to have a dog too. But you know what? I ain't going to get off into a tantrum because, I can go off on this one because we got a subject later on down the line about people and dogs.
Yeah.
And we're going to get on that one too.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things that really gets on my nerves.
Yes.
You got anything else to get on your nerves?
I got one more thing to get on my nerves.
Go ahead.
Man, there are a lot of people on social media who are just scamming people.
In what way?
All kind of ways, man. Like, I have a bonehead segment about some social media scammer.
Okay.
But it's just like, dude, it's just like people are just saying that they can make you money. People are saying that they can fix your credit. They're doing all kind of stuff on social media, and they just found a way to scam people from their money. And that's something that I'm getting sick of, that gets on my nerves.
I hear you, man. I'm going to tell you one more thing that gets on my nerves before we get to this bonehead thing. When you call a business and nobody answers the phone, that gets on my nerves. I'm like, can I talk to somebody?
Yeah.
Just one person, somebody. Because you call a business because you need information. Mm-hmm. And you can't get information from nobody. Because everybody either don't have a person that answers the phone, or they send you to a person that's overseas.
Yeah, it's outsourced.
Yeah, and that person can't understand a word you're saying.
Nope.
And you're like, I'm trying to get through to this lady, but she don't even know what I'm asking. So I understand what they're going to say. The business is going to say, oh, it's a money thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that, we're saving money this way. But, man, we as human beings, we have to get back to things that are just human nature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why can't we talk to each other? Everything is computer this, computer that, and nobody wants to talk to each other. Yeah. We need to start being able to talk to each other again. I remember I went to the bank one time, this is a while back, and this girl was saying, are you still getting checks? Why are you getting checks?
Oh.
I said, well, I know I could, get it another way, but the reason why I do it is because I want human interaction. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want to just constantly always do everything online and that's it. Can I have a little human interaction sometime?
Yeah.
We can't lose that. And I think businesses are really doing bad by losing the human interaction, because it's really irritating when you try to call a business and you can't get a hold of nobody, and some robot keeps hitting your computer up saying, did I help you? And you didn't even help me.
It's crazy, man, because I think COVID kind of enhanced that, because it pushed having a mask and staying 12 feet away or 6 feet away from people or something like that. And, people were already in their cell phones looking down, not saying hi to each other when they walk by to each other. Right. And then COVID, you had a mask and you still had your cell phone, and then you had to stay 6 feet away. Yeah. So that kind of gave us a little more distance from each other without that human interaction. Yes. And speaking of banks, I know, dude, I used to go inside the bank, and there were people who I knew. I didn't need an ID when I went inside of the bank.
Exactly.
And I don't know anybody inside the bank anymore. So if I go inside the bank without my ID, I'm going to have to go back home to get my identification. Yep. Because they don't know me.
I know. You remember when our mom was alive, she used to go to the same check casher place every week.
Right there on Washington.
We would tell her, Mom, you got to get some ID. She they know who I am. Mm-hmm. She'll use her work ID as ID, and they accepted it. Yep. Because they knew who she was. And it wasn't a big deal. She didn't have to go and get no California ID and all that, It was like a human nature thing. People knew who other people were. And they just said, okay, we know you're good. We know you're not fake. We'll cash a check for you. And that's what we need to get back to.
Yeah, but that's been lost, dude.
It's lost. And we need to bring that back.
Yeah.
And that's what Men Organizing Unity to Save Earth is about.
Yes.
But now, I want to get to your segment.
What?
The bonehead.
Yeah, man.
But why don't you tell the people what to do before you get to that?
I mean, you guys need to, if you like this content, everybody got an opinion, right? And I understand that. And that's good, because the people will make the world go round, right? Just like the song said. Anyway, if you guys like this, you guys need to hit that, have comments, and then you need to hit that like and subscribe button on this content and check out the channel.
Yeah, tell us what gets on your nerves. I want to hear what gets on people's nerves out there.
Yeah, I know.
I know y'all got some stuff that gets on your nerves too. These things that get on not our nerves, but I know there's something that gets on your nerves too.
Oh yeah. Probably like they relatives asking for money or something like that.
Maybe so. Who knows?
Or something like that.
We'll find out, right?
Yeah, somebody out there got something to say. Maybe some female out there is some dude like some female out there somewhere, and she ain't responding to his texts or calls, and he probably mad about that. That getting on his nerves.
Yeah. That's another rabbit hole we can go down, but we'll skip that.
Another day.
Yeah. Anyway, what's up with the bonehead?
Oh man, dude, this it's crazy. Well, I kind of wanted to talk about the social media thing, right?
What about it?
It was getting on my nerves, like I said a few seconds ago. There was this woman on social media who claimed to be a travel agent.
Okay.
So what she did was people would send her money and she would book trips and she would book cruises, right? When people got to the cruise and when they got to the airport, they found that it actually wasn't booked.
Ooh.
And so people were having family reunions that they were actually planning with this lady. So a whole bunch of family members planned with this lady, and they got to the airport and they got to the cruise ship, and their name wasn't on none of the paperwork that they needed to make the trip or make the airplane flight, right?
That's messed up.
This is the kicker.
Uh-oh.
This is the kicker. On some of these trips, the lady who was the fake travel agent who actually planned it, she went on some of them trips.
Oh,
So
wow.
what she did.
Wow.
So can you imagine you sitting there at the ticket counter at the airport, right? You're at the airport and she walking right by you. Girl, what happened?
The nerve.
Girl, what happened? So she flying off, you seeing her plane take off and she there, and you sitting here disputing the fact that you paid for this trip and it wasn't paid for. So, we're going to give this lady, this scamming lady on social media, the Bonehead Award.
She deserves it.
Yes.
She really deserves that.
Yeah, man. Crazy. Insane.
That is insane.
Yes.
But now, you know what it's time for, right?
What's that?
The 10 Mouse Commandments.
The 10 Mouse Commandments.
Yes.
Mouse Commandment number 1. Thou shalt not let a woman tell him how to dress.
Commandment number 2. Thou shalt not ever hold your woman's purse while shopping.
Oh, man. Mouse Commandment number 3. Thou shalt not ever wear pink.
Commandment number 4. Thou shalt not ever wear skinny jeans or sag your pants past your butt.
Mouse Commandment number 5. Thou shalt not ever say happy wife, happy life. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, number 6. Thou shalt not ever wear fingernail polish, makeup, dresses, or women's underwear.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't even imagine. I don't even want to think about that, dude. Let me get to Mouse Commandment number 7. Thou shalt not constantly text or, why do I have a problem reading this word all the time?
Call his woman.
Thou shalt not constantly text or call his woman to check in.
Mouse Commandment number 8. Thou shalt not give a woman the password to the cell phone.
No, don't do that. Man, you're going to get caught if you're doing something.
Yeah, for real.
Mouse Commandment number 9. Thou shalt not let a woman treat him like a child. That's a problem.
It is a problem.
That's a huge problem, dude.
It is, because they always want to act like your mama.
Like I was talking to somebody a few seconds ago, and that's one of the reasons why I don't live with anybody.
Uh-oh.
Is because, man, dude, once they start trying to be my mother, telling me when to go to the bathroom, when to do the number 2, and when to eat, and tell me how to dress, then it's a problem.
Uh-oh.
So that's a commandment that, hey, I live by that one, dude, for sure.
Man. And finally, number 10, thou shalt not ever wife up a woman with a high body count.
Ooh, no.
You don't want to do that.
No.
Some people think it's cool because I see these dudes out here, these celebrities, they be all messing with the same girl all the time.
You know what's a trip, though, too? Is when guys wife up women who have a high body count who wind up, like now they have a different life.
Yeah.
Like that was then, this is now. I might be saved or I changed my life. I have a high body count, but you should still wife me up. I don't know about that.
Not me.
Me neither.
But we want to say that if you're already living by these commandments, then you're definitely doing the right thing. And if you're not, and you want to be a man again,
Come and join Mouse.